guys, welcome back to the channel. NRGTV here, back again with another video. Sorry I hasn't left your videos lately. Had some other stuff going on in life, and I do it, some personal things. So here I am again, back again. Match reactions on this is gonna be a double reaction since I missed out on the last game, which was shit from City. So let's start with last game. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. Terrible game for City, no desire, broke my heart, broke many City fans' heart, pissed me off, played like shit this entire game. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, um, who else was playing? Good one, all washed up. Foden, washed up. They don't know what they're doing. Doku did nothing. Marmoush did nothing. Haaland is washed up. He's nothing what he used to be in his first 2 seasons with us. So it was very disappointing. First trophy of the season since 2016-17, which is a fucking disgrace for City, to be honest. They're fucking disgraces for that. For us to be honest, I'm very upset with them. I really want this club to get these fucking players out this team. Get them out the club immediately. To be honest, that's what I wish on them is to get them out of here. Get them the hell out of this club. They don't deserve to wear the shirt. They don't even deserve to play in the Premier League. They deserve to be playing in a non-league or even a second tier. The way they play sometimes. No desire, no belief, no care. They had that shocked, embarrassed. There was even some bastard there saying, some bastard Liverpool fan saying that you balled the rat to Pep Guardiola. No respect, little bastard. And yeah, so a little junky losing to a junky little 12th place little team, tiny little club, got their first trophy, little tiny little team. This team is very mediocre. They can't even beat that team. That's what one. I'm surprised we're even in the race or Champions League this time around. I really think that this team doesn't deserve nothing the way they play sometimes. And he finally tried to put Claudio Echeverri and too late, and he almost scored and did something, and that's the only player that amazed me in that game. And he should have tried to put him in earlier in the season. Maybe he could have given him a chance. He should have given Nico Gonzalez a chance. Maybe Kuzanov, give him a second chance. But no. So that game, done. The season's over. Zero trophies for the first time since 2016-17. At least 2016-17, we had more points than that. Because you look back at the table, which I did, because of course I did my research when I started going to the team, and 78 points. We're not going to get that. We're not going to get nothing. This is probably the lowest point total since 2015-16 even. This is pretty bad. And as for yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened. And also, I don't think that was a good decision that he put out. That lineup was terrible. He should not have played. And he should not have played Ortega. He should have put Anderson in there because Anderson does a better job sometimes with that stuff. Even though it still probably would have done a difference. Maybe it would have lasted longer in the game or something. I don't know. And he needs to get and see. The point is, if they're already losing that much, Pep needs to throw those players off put the bench out there. He should have put Victor Rice. He put him in afterwards. He should have put Magnusano. He should have put Grealish. He should have put the bench on there. It's already bad enough. Try that. But no, it's over. The team's done. This season's over. This is probably the shittiest season ever. I've never been so furious and heartbroken over a game before. It's on that game. We had some other rough games, but that game was probably the most hurtful one. And they could not get a last trophy for KDB. They could not get that one for that man. They don't have respect on that man. That makes me mad that they don't have respect on Kevin De Bruyne after all he's done for this club. And he's leaving with 0 trophies, and they didn't respect his legacy. So as for this game, surprising win. Marmoush goal from outside the box, amazing goal, Golasso goal. Um, the next goal, I believe, came from I forgot who. Bernardo Silva. Surprisingly, I'm surprised he scored. He got lucky because he's been a scrub. He has been shit, piss poor for this team. To be honest, in my opinion, he's been piss poor. He should not even. They should kick him out this season. Kick him out the team, send him to another team, send him anywhere, send him back to Portugal. But Yeah, but Bernardo Silva scored after Marmoush 2-0 in halftime. Then the second half, which turned out to, and actually this game turned out to be really shocking, frustrating, and then an up right afterward. It was like frustration, then up. So it was kind of a weird game. It was like, oh boy, shit, and oh, that's surprising. Oh, yay. So I don't know. It's like this team, they're shit and good at the same time. Like what they say about Arsenal. Uh, that's exactly where we are right now. And for the second half, City did it was still going okay, but the little things that would not happen to the team a few seasons ago, last season, all that little mistakes, letting Broma get the ball a little bit too much, but at least it was 2-0 up. But Mateo Kovacic is a bastard. He deserves to be punished. He deserves to never play this team again for the rest of the season because we only have one more game left, and he is a little bastard, an asshole for just ruining Kevin De Bruyne's last game by getting a red card out when he got that red card. And this team usually does not get red cards, and if you watched the game, you saw Pep Guardiola's reaction. He kicked the chair. He kicked the chair. So you know that Kovacic got in trouble after that. And I'm sure he may apologize to the whole team in that dressing room. But yeah. And then surprisingly, on the bench lineup, Oscar Bob and Rodri were back on the bench, and they said Rodri was fully fit and he recovered early from his injury, which I didn't read. I was not surprised to see Rodri back. I was not surprised. I was not. I was very surprised and shocked to see Rodri back. A little bit scared because I don't want him to get hurt again. Now I'm scared every second from now. But because that's what's ruined the season. 'Cause this is his team. This is his team. If you look at it, this team's not good enough anymore. It's only him. See, last season we only did good because of him. That's the only reason we held it together. Before that, we still had good players still, but they let those go. So, um, then after he got kicked off his red card, the other um, um, red card for Cook, so we made the game even 10-10. So we kind of got lucky in the game that we were able to even that out. We really got lucky today. I would say that. We didn't do good. We got lucky. We really got lucky for some reason, but too late because the season's gone. We lost all the trophies. We lost Champions League. We lost the FA Cup final. We didn't finish higher in the table in the Premier League. We didn't get the League Cup. We were losing too many games, one win in nine, and remember that. And if you're watching, like in November, December, terrible time. We only had one win in nine. It was like, oh my goodness, the only win was against Forest at that time. And then at the end of the month against Leicester. So yeah, but then they put Raji up, which was surprising because I didn't read on anywhere that any news or nothing. Maybe I just missed it. I don't know. But that Raji came back from which is a little bit, but this that he was back on the lineup and they put him out and the crowd started going crazy for him and getting louder in there finally because these fans are sometimes I don't like our fans. I don't want to sound rude, but I don't like our fans because sometimes they're not loud enough when the team's down and maybe that will give them confidence. But Rodri came out surprisingly after so many months, and he came back early because he wasn't supposed to come back at all this season. Then they were saying the last day of the season he would return, or after the season was over in the Club World Cup. But no, Pep put him on, and it was surprising. City, of course, started to play a little bit better once he came on. So, knock on wood, what I was thinking the entire season was right. And Oscar Baum came back, and Grealish, which we don't see Grealish that much nowadays, but Oscar Bob's back. This was supposed to be his breakout season. Never turned out to be. This season was a year of disappointments, to be honest. Very frustrating, a year of disappointments. But Oscar Bob came back. He got to play a little bit. Rodri came back. He was already taking the ball off of them. He was taking a little bit. He was taking it easy. He was going slow because he's scared after that injury. But I was happy to see him back on there. I was a little bit scared. In one part, I was telling him, "Go run, pass it. I don't want you to get. I don't want those guys to kick you for wrongness or something, get you hurt again." But yeah, Audrey is back. Thank God, cross my heart on that one. All these City fans, you're believe or maybe you're just go on the floor for the Muslims too. But think whatever you believe in that he's back, and we have to respect that, and I respect you guys for watching this if you made it this far, and it was surprising he came back, and a surprising goal, the first career goal for Nico Gonzalez, and they brought him to be in the place for Raja. Which my complaint is, wait, one thing I'm not going to end yet is that one thing is that Pep does make some mistakes. He shouldn't have put Nico Gonzalez every game actually, because maybe that would have made a difference. They should have put him on the cup finals. Maybe would have scored. Because man, did he get a banger! Wow. Then a little poor defending at the end, 3-1. But once you're up that much, it doesn't really matter. That's how you need to play. See, then you're not worried. It's like one goes in for the other team, it's too late for them. So, who cares about the clean sheet? But I didn't really care. I was a little frustrated. They could have blocked that. But, we were already up winning. Win's a win. So, thanks for the win. Still very, I'm not going to forgive the other players, though. I was happy for Raji. I was waving through the screen to him. Even though he couldn't see me, but I was waving to him. And yeah, he's back. And Nico Gonzalez got his first career goal for Manchester City, so hopefully we'll see him more in the next games, in the last game, and then maybe next season too, maybe in the Club World Cup too. Because I forgot we got the Club World Cup, that new competition that's a mini Champions League now. So that'll be interesting. And I'm still trying to see what I could do about the Club World Cup thing. But we'll see. Yep, but thanks for watching. Surprising day, frustrations, highs, lows. We said, oh, nope, almost forgot the most important part of the video. So today was emotional, sad days. We had to say goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne in the worst way with no trophies, and then he had to get taken off early because that red card from that for freaking Kovacic. So yeah, I watched the farewell of his, and it was pretty nice how they had all those guys from Rodino, Kuna Guedo, Henri, Zabaleta, Vincent Company, Captain Fantastic, his nickname, or Vinny. Um, all those guys saying a farewell. Even Pep Guardiola was crying. Don't blame him. That's sad to see that guy go. Even though he's not his best anymore, still was emotional. He's done so much for the team. It was kind of sad watching all those replays. I've been watching him for years. He's been here so long. So my thanks goes out to him for his future going forward. Loved you as a player. I love the Kevin De Bruyne as a player. Wish him the best. Loved him on the team. One of my favorite players on the team. And I do care about him, and I hope his future is bright. And I do thank him for everything that he's done for this club, and hopefully you feel the same about him. And thanks for everything he's done for the club, and he's always been magical with his assists and goals. He's the one that made Allen score all those goals because of him. And that time he scored that many, the 4 goals against Wolves, and that time he did the assists, and a good one in the 21-22 last day of the season, and made us win the title and come back 3-2 against Villa. The goal at the Bernabeu, the goals against Arsenal in the 2022-23 season, the league, the goal in the quarterfinal, 2016 Champions League. Uh, and all the trophies, won 6 Premier Leagues, one UEFA Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, 5 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, which should have been 3, but the team had to screw that up. 3 Community Shields, a few of the other like personal awards. I don't know them by heart, but I know he got one assist award, top assist award or something for the Premier League in 2019-20. Maybe someone else knows more of the personal trophies he's gotten. To comment below if you know. But yeah, but thanks to him. Hopefully he has a good life ahead of him, and hopefully we'll see him visiting the stadium in the future. Hopefully this team doesn't play like shit, because I feel sometimes, I give up on them. I didn't have belief in them. But here we are. So thanks for the win. Hopefully we can win our next game to get Champions League, so that way we could go hard in the transfer window. And also another thing, City also screwed up in the transfer window so far. No here he goes. Fabrizio Romano says, and they messed up on Florian Wirtz. That was disappointing because I thought they were close to getting him, and no, they said they cooled their interest. And who else did they get? If they get garbage like that, Morgan Gibbs White, he's not that much of a good player to be honest. He's not a superstar name, so yeah, not a good replacement. People were saying for them to go after Sabi Simmons and Eze, which those are good ones. And maybe they're going against that guy AC Milan, and they should go after I don't know why they're not been going after him, but my suggestion is that what I was thinking. I have no control over them or nothing, but my suggestion is they should go after Rodrigo from Real Madrid, which he will be leaving this summer as they treat him like dirt. Which even though I'm not that fan, I think it's unfair. So maybe I'll talk more about the transfer window in the next video if I have time. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys having a good day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, and you're safe and healthy. And, and I'm out.